idea, right, we kind of have to know what this symbol means, right? What does this plus sign mean? Or what is this weird looking cross, right? Uh, and in our situation, it is one more. So, like Kip was saying, a quantity plus if you had a group of two and then a group of three, if you use this plus sign, right, you're combining those groups to get a group of five, right? 2 plus 3 is 5. So
Yeah.
that's what this symbol is representing. And Kip, if you have anything else, please.
Well, so what it like another way to look at it, right, is I'm gonna draw something. And what should I draw? Give me anything in the world to draw.
Oh, let's draw
Anyone in the comments want to tell me what
circles.
I'm circles? Okay. So I'm gonna say that I have three circles. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay,
Yeah.
and these three circles are mine. Okay, these are mine. All right. And
No,
Jaden,
they're
yeah,
mine.
whatever. And then Jaden's gonna have his
Okay.
circles. Jaden only gets 2 circles because he's not as cool as me.
What?
Okay, so Jaden only gets 2 circles. Now, Jaden, what if I had a word problem that asked if Jaden and Kip combined their circles together, how many circles would they have?
Well, then I would probably just have to count the circles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right. So there'd be 5 total circles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so if you have this plus sign
Yeah.
here, you can see that it's the same thing, right? Even though we didn't actually use any numbers in this representation. I mean, we're talking and using numbers with our voices to describe what we're seeing, right? So it's that idea behind the idea versus
Yeah.
what's actually there. And so we have 5 total, right? And so that's,
Right.
and so maybe we're stepping a little too far here, but in algebra, Jaden, right? All of a sudden you don't get
Yeah.
circles, but all you get is instead of a circle, you get an X, right?
Right.
And so we have 3 x's. I have 3 x's. Jaden only has 2. And that equals 5 x's, right?
Yeah.
And so that could also be written mathematically as 3x plus 2x equals
Right.
5x. So I mean
Yeah.
that's kind of a jump but it's the same idea, right? It's this idea that you your
Right.
x in algebra represents something. It represents some number, something, and you're trying to figure out how many of those you have.
Right. Awesome. Okay. And then what about if we talk about here, should we make a new page?
Yeah, we're definitely getting a little messy there.
Yeah. Okay. Uh I feel like what would follow addition would be subtraction, right? So we have a subtraction sign. Uh, let's do visually, what does that look like? Okay, so we can use circles again. If I have 4 circles this time, because I am super fancy,
Because you're
this is
jealous, dude? You're
me.
jealous of my circles?
Yes. But then Kip comes along and he's like, hey, Jaden, guess what? I am a bully and I'm going to take away 2 of your circles. Ah! and Kip just takes 2 of my circles away. Okay?
Where'd I put him?
Rude, Kip.
Dude, here I am. Look at me.
Did
I'm
you?
running away, dude. Ah! You'll never catch me.
Zoom. Okay, so this is the idea of subtraction, right? So I started with 4 circles. Boom, 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 boom. I got 2 taken away. And then I am left with 2, right? So that's our subtraction. 4, we take away 2 of them, and we're left with 2. That's just visually kind of what it is. You can think about it of eating cookies, eating vegetables, eating anything you want. All right, that's kind of our subtraction. Kip, do you have anything to add?
So Jaden, here's a quick question, and I don't know if you
Uh-huh.
have the answer to this one. So I took them, right? But where'd they go? So you only have 2 left, but now I have 2, right? So
Right.
that, is something in
So
mathematics.
people,
Yeah.
yeah, people might be thinking, well, there's still 4, right? I have 2 and Kip has 2. Uh, but this has to do with, I guess, reference frames, really, right? We were considered with Jaden's reference frame, my reference frame. So I started with 4, I lost 2 of them, and then I have 2 left.
In Kip's reference frame, he started with 0, and now he has 2.
Right. So he started with 0, added 2, right? So in Kip's situation, it's an addition problem. In my situation, it was a subtraction problem.
Cool, dude. That's mathematical. All right.
That is.
Okay. So anyone got any questions or comments based on what we're saying? I want to hear. I want to see people saying, "Wow, that's beautiful," or "Wow, that makes sense to me. I never thought of math that way before." Does
Yeah, and
anyone?
if it doesn't make any sense, then ask a question. Make it so we can explain it better, right?
Yeah, ask away. We're not here to judge. Well, Jaden might be. He's a judgy judge.
Uh, I've never been a judge before.
Oh, I don't know if I have either.